But let me ask you something. And I, as far as like our surrounding areas, I think that they're seeing still a major climb. Whereas for Geauga County, I mean, you've done a phenomenal job to get, from your office, the sheriff's office, but to put that down. And I think a big message has been sent.
Well, I appreciate that. I think that most of the significant issues that we have involved. I mean, again, like you have some oddities. I mean, we've had we've had several murder cases go through in the past couple of years, and those are more outliers. But when you talk about things like aggravated robbery, significant heroin dealing, I mean, we've had in the past year we've had several significant felony 2-level heroin trafficking cases, which is a large amount that we would not have gotten if we didn't have the narcotics unit. We just would not have gotten those cases because those really came out of doing undercover drug buys. So that has really helped. But I would say, other than kind of the outliers, those huge drug cases, those aggravated robberies, a lot of the crimes that the burglaries, a lot of the crimes that alarm our residents the most are really people coming from out of the county into the county. Mm-hmm. And again, I think that the message needs to be sent that we're not going to tolerate it. This go somewhere else, stay in your county. Yeah. And I don't know if that's worked, but certainly the numbers have been much more manageable.
Okay.
And then in addition to hiring the drug prosecutor, the other there was a small additional amount of money with that initiative where I hired a part-time criminal investigator, and that's been helpful because I've had the criminal investigator for many years, but having a part-timer, certain things like kind of the undercover drug buys and some of the other operations that we perform in-house with our own cases, you need 2 people to do that.
Okay.
We pull in resources from we pull in resources from other departments, but the other departments are overwhelmed too. I mean, Bainbridge went from having 1 detective, they just added another full-time detective, and then they've got a levy on now where they're talking about adding more detective work into the bureau. So I mean, you've seen a pretty significant. Yeah, I would tell you. I mean, I know you probably like when you get that sales tax money from the 3 Walmarts in the county, but the downside is, I mean, and you're in retail.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're doing another case for me right now. It's a mess.
The big box retail, while it is an income generating hotspot for the county, it does attract in an undesirable element from out of the county because there is a lot of crime associated with those businesses.
What kind of crime are you talking about? Shoplifting? Just selling?
Yeah, most people think shoplifting is, like
candy bar.
Right.
It's not. I just had one this past week. Within less than 12 minutes, he took about $390 worth of stuff, and it wasn't just one item. Just you followed him through with the camera. He grabbed this, grabbed the belt, put the belt on, grabbed this, went to the boxes, opened this. It's a mess. And those guys are pulling their hair out. It really is.
Yeah, the professional theft rings. I mean, because if I'm getting for me to get a felony theft case, we're talking over $1,000 worth of stuff. I mean, we're talking people that come in and steal thousands. I mean, and they go around and they hit. The thing that I'm proud of is, every time we get these kind of professional theft rings that go around, and it's almost always drug related too. We end up prosecuting them and incarcerating them here out of our cases that our departments make, and we find, I mean, they've been doing this all over, but we're the ones that get them because, again, we're working hard to send the message out there that, hey, don't come to our county and do this. But you would be amazed at the sophistication and the network involved in some of the big box retail. And again, drug dealers down in Warren, they'll take Walmart merchandise receipt cards in exchange for heroin. They'll take actual items from Walmart that they can return in exchange for drugs. No, it's unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, go talk like the Middlefield Walmart guys. I mean, that stuff's all going right down to Warren, and people are using it to buy drugs.
Yeah, I'll be honest. You hit it right on the head. I mean, There's no doubt about it. I mean, the Walmarts are a major detriment, and the big boxes they are. It brings a whole different element.
And are the big boxes prosecuted? I mean, I know that Ralph is very aggressive in that. Are the big boxes doing the same
they
thing?
do, but they also have a big shrinkage allowance that.
It depends. It depends on. Some of them have really good loss prevention officers, and some of them don't.
Yep.
It's very cyclical in where they're who's working where and when. Plus the other issue becomes resources. I mean, in Chardon, not to pick on Chardon. I mean, but Chardon, you have a Walmart, you have a Home Depot, you have a lot of you have the big box retail here. During the day or in the evening, they usually have 2 guys on the road, answering calls for the city. They don't have a detective. I mean, Chardon's got all of this business at commercial activity, but I don't know that. I mean, I think the county gobbles up a lot of that money, and the city really hasn't yet. I know they're moving in that direction, but you got to put more money into the law enforcement end of it. So, I mean, there's a benefit to those things because sales tax money. I don't see the numbers. I mean, you guys do, but it's got to be unbelievable.